Hello, everybody, and welcome back to NAPP, not a professional podcast, the only thing that makes this miserable life worth living. My name is Jaron. I'm joined, as always, by my co-host, Brad. Say hi, Brad.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're bringing down the mood real fast today. And we have a very special guest who you all know and love very well and muchly. It's Dane. Say hi, Dane.
Hey.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
Dane, our favorite boy. Dane, you are the favorite boy.
Aw, thanks, man. I'm the favorite child, too.
Yeah.
Not really, though.
No, we have like 20 kids or something.
Wow.
Actually, we probably have more than that because most episodes have 2 guests. So we've got like 35 something odd children.
How do you provide for that? That is wow. That's
Well,
crazy. Amazing.
we
I like
don't.
that.
We abandon them.
Oh, that's kind of chill.
Yeah.
Think about it.
It's a chill concept.
Except for like Ollie, he's been there a lot.
Yeah, we
He's the
have to
favorite child.
we have to keep feeding Ollie or else he'll walk off the
And
podcast.
he's a cool guy, so you guys need him.
Yeah, we need him on the podcast. Anyways, Dane. No, I mean, I know that we repeat guests a lot, guys. I'm sorry. I know we do, but the reason that Dane is back is because he approached me with an idea, and I liked it so much. I was like, Dane, this absolutely has to be an episode, and you're coming on it because it was just a great idea. And normally, when I hear ideas, I'm like, that's dumb, but I'll pretend like I like this idea. But Dane's idea was so good that I wanted to get him on as soon as possible. So, Dane, tell us your idea. Tell us why you're
My
here.
great idea that Jaron actually liked
I
was
loved
like
it.
our experience with high school, like what the difference was with like junior high and high school. Because like high
Yeah.
school was pretty cool. Junior high was all right. but
Junior
actually
high
kinda
for
sucked.
me was bad, but
Exactly.
yeah, so it's a little review of sophomore year, and we're gonna, I'm sure we can provide tips for incoming sophomores, and
Do not provide your tip to incoming sophomores.
so, incoming sophomores, if you're listening to this, listen well. This is important. And if you're gonna be a sophomore at some point, it's also important, but like maybe put it in your calendar for next summer or whenever so that you know, like, this is the ultimate sophomore year survival handbook. And also we can just talk about all the things that happened.
That's real because we're in high school.
I know.
Still in high school, but we can all talk
Yeah.
about our experiences.
Isn't it weird that, like, when I entered sophomore year, I was like, wow, I'm a sophomore. I'm so old. And now I'm like, sophomores are babies.
So
They're
that's what
little
I'm
boys.
saying. Like our next year's looking too serious for us. Like we're gonna be juniors, and then we're seniors,
Oh
and then we have to be grown-ups,
oh, I don't want to be a grown up.
and we have to get the J word. We have to get a job.
Job application.
I don't
Trigger
want-
warning.
I
Trigger
don't want
warning.
that. No.
Job application. Trigger warning.
That's not chill and nonchalant.
It's not nonchalant. It's not chill. That's why we need this podcast to blow up and get famous, so I
That's
never
real.
have to grow up.
Exactly.
Make this blow up so we don't have to grow up. Hashtag NAPP.
help some cool guys out. But
Some cool guys
on
out, yeah.
the subject of being cool and nonchalant, you're not cool and you're not nonchalant. Like
yeah.
be out there. Like it doesn't matter what people think. Just be out there and don't be weird. I remember homecoming. I would stay in like a corner, like by myself and some other people, because I didn't want to hurt my ego, and I think people would judge me.
Yeah.
Like,
and
you're
I
not
think
gonna have fun. Like going to
think
prom.
the thing is, right, when you're in junior high, maybe be a little bit careful of that because
Yeah.
junior high kids are judgy as freak.
They will beat you down. They will find like what makes you insecure, and they will use that.
Yeah.
And they will use it.
Junior
use it
high
and find
kids
more.
are savage, but what you learn pretty fast going into high school is that nobody really cares. Everyone in high school is so much more laid back, and like there's a lot more mixing of the grades, because when I was in 7th grade, I would not speak to the 8th graders, and I would
Oh,
not
that's so
speak to
real.
the 9th
Yeah.
grade. Like maybe 1 or 2, but for the most part you kept to your own grade.
Yep.
But in high school, you get outside your grade a lot more. I made friends with juniors and seniors, and it's sad to see your senior friends leave, but
I think a lot of that has to do with the arena scheduling, because
Ooh,
you
yeah.
don't have counselors picking your classes for you anymore.
Yeah.
So when you can all pick your own classes, it means you're getting a lot more variety of people.
Exactly, and it's great.
I think we should start with arena scheduling, probably.
Oh,
Let's
absolutely.
hop into it, I guess.
So for people who are going into sophomore year, you've already done arena scheduling. But for people who are not yet going into sophomore year, arena scheduling is the scariest experience of high school, almost certainly.
Yep.
It is terrifying.
I'd like to tell you a story of my last 2 arena scheduling. The only 2 I've done. It was rough.
Let's
The
hear 'em.
first one, I tried to get a class, and like I did it, and then it died. Like it immediately filled up, and then I was like, oh shoot, and then I don't know. By the time I figured out what I was doing, like all the classes I wanted were taking up,
That's terrible.
and so I just picked random classes, and it ended up working pretty well. But I didn't get anything that I was planning on getting at all.
Did you get good classes though? Like,
Yeah.
did you like the classes you had?
I did like them, yeah. I got way more CTE classes than I expected.
Yeah. Okay, that's pretty cool. What was your
Um,
favorite class that you got?
I liked my photography class.
With Agla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to get it with the other teacher.
I don't even know the other teacher, but
I don't know anything about him. Not
yeah,
even a little bit.
I don't either.
But yeah, that was a fun class. I had Miles in it.
Oh
He
yeah,
sat right
yeah.
next to me.
That's
It was great.
shout
but
out
then-
Miles.
The second time I did arena scheduling, I forgot and I slept in that day. And so I was in my bed just like on my phone, and then all of a sudden people started posting their schedules. And I was like, "Wait, what?"
So
Wait.
you were like late then if people are already posting about it.
They were posting them. By the time I figured out that I had missed it, it was 30, 40 minutes after it had started.
Ooh.
Now, luckily, it's a bit easier when you're going into junior year because there's less people. But it was still really hard, and I was like, oh, shoot.
That's still scary.
I ended up having to sacrifice a lot of the good teachers that I wanted
Yeah.
for worse ones.
Yeah.
But I still got good enough classes. That's the thing. Even if you're going to get good classes, most of the classes are good.
Exactly.
There's some bad classes out there, but a
Even
lot of
then,
them
they have their upsides.
a lot of them stay full, and people will leave them. You can switch in.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think but here's the important thing about arena scheduling is you will not get all the classes you want, and you will not get them in the spot you want them. So have like 5 backup plans.
They have so many backup
And
plans, or
no,
you're done for. You're done.
You've got to know all of the teachers, not just the ones of the classes that you want the most, but like I had 9 backup teacher names for
Holy crap.
because I was like, if I don't get into these, because you got to also know how many seats are in a class, how many people want to get in that class, because some classes fill up like that.
Like welding.
Yeah. Welding fills up super fast. Meteorology fills up.
Oh, yeah.
There are a lot of classes that, frankly, I don't know why they fill up so fast. They're fun, but they're not like jump on it as soon as you're
Yeah.
there. But
I mean, I guess to some
nonetheless, yeah. So know what teachers you want, know what classes you want, but be prepared to make some sacrifices. Even if
Yeah.
you're on time. There were classes I got on the second it opened, and within 45 seconds, some of the classes I wanted had already filled
Exactly,
up
yep.
completely. It is a mad dash.
Like, you might think you're fine, like, okay, I'm ready. Like, I'm going to push the restart button and everything will be okay. I'll get all the classes I want.
no.
You do not get the classes you want. But
You
you'll
make
still have fun.
sacrifices. Yeah. And sometimes it works out. Like, I think I missed a few of the classes I wanted, but you've got to prioritize, and I got like the top 5 classes that I wanted,
Yeah.
even though they weren't in the spots I wanted them.
Like, even some classes I didn't want to take, like, I obviously had to still, like, end up taking them, but I met some cool people in those classes, and, like,
Yeah.
the class obviously wasn't the best, but it wasn't terrible.
I want to put some teachers on flame, but I don't know if any of the teachers listen to this. But I don't really care because Bertrand sucks enough that
Oh.
freak Mr. Bertrand, guys. If you have arena scheduling and you see Mr. Bertrand's name on any of the classes you want to take, change your mind. You don't want to take those classes.
Or for driver's ed. I had driver's ed with him, and
He was the final, like,
no, that's terrible.
the tester.
Oh, for the testers, bad. Yeah, He would get after you for every little thing you did. It
Yeah,
was terrible.
Bertrand. Oh my gosh.
I got lucky because I'm a great driver. And
That's-
I only got a
that's-
few points off.
Oh, that's pretty real. That's pretty real.
I am flaming Bertrand so hard. Any teachers?
I ended up not taking psychology this year just because of the stories I've heard.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah.
He is the worst teacher I've ever had.
I don't hear good things about him. I only hear like mediocre things. It's either
Yeah.
mediocre or like terrible.
Yeah, really bad. Or there's some people. I've met 2 people though who are very, very strange for this, and one of them is my girlfriend, who really like Mr. Bertrand, and I think that's the only thing that.
Keeps you and your girlfriend apart.
Yeah, that's the reason. That's the reason we don't. We're not married yet. Is because of Bertrand.
Yeah, exactly.
hashtag. That's a joke.
I'm really hoping it is because that'd be terrible.
Bertrand is the reason that this relationship is falling apart.
Oh, that would.
Yeah, but no, I hate Mr. Bertrand, and hate is a strong word, as they say, but it's a right word. And my mom always tells me, like, you don't have to like him, but you have to respect him. But guess what? I'm not in his class anymore, and I don't have to deal with him anymore.
So you can say whatever you
want.
want.
So I hate Mr. Bertrand.
But like, why should you respect him? Like,
Yeah. Here's the thing is, like, you should respect authority figures, but at a certain point, they've got to earn a little bit of respect.
exactly.
And if
Yep.
they can't earn the smallest bit of respect, then they don't deserve it.
Like, they can't just walk all over you. You kind of gotta have they gotta have respect for you too.
Yeah. There are some teachers out there who just seem like they hate kids and they hate teaching, and I don't understand why they are a teacher. And Bertrand is that. His favorite quote, he has 2 favorite quotes. He always says, "You guys are clever, but you're not smart. You're clever, but you're not smart."
Huh, that's a goodie.
As much as teachers can suck, I definitely think that for the kids who hate those teachers, still go to class.
Yeah.
Like, it's worth it to just go to every class. Even if you're not doing anything, just being in class will get you a better grade.
Yeah, 100%. I don't
Oh,
understand
yeah.
the people that just like chill in the foyer. Like,
You don't.
you're already there. You might as well just go to class.
As much as I flame Mr. Bertrand, I worked my butt off in that class because he's literally the harshest grader of all time. And I still got an A in that class, even though I hated him the whole time. You don't have to like a class to do good in a class. And it's, especially going into high school, it's very worthwhile to do good in your classes. Even if you don't have straight A's, everything that you do is preparing you for the ACT, which is the most important test.
Pretty important.
I felt like that with health last year.
Ooh.
Mr. Fox, it was pretty rough.
Yeah, I heard not good things about him.
I don't like that class at all. I hated it. But that class kind of taught me how to work because it was right at the beginning of the school year.
Yeah.
And I had never really done real work in school before. And then that class actually I had to do it or else I wasn't going to get.
Oh, yeah.
I
me
wasn't
too.
gonna
That's how health
pass.
is. Yeah, that's how health was too. Yeah.
So I ended up getting, because of that class, I'd say, and a lot of other things, but mostly learning how to work so hard from that class. It made all my other classes feel easy.
Yeah.
And then I got straight A's for the whole year.
Health was like, it was a cool subject and like what you learned about was cool, but it was busy work. There was like 2 assignments every single class. And it was busy work.
You're going to get a lot of busy work in some classes, and you just got to suck it up and do it.
But really, you're fine. Like, I
Yeah.
don't think you're going to die. If you take all
here
AP
is-
classes, you're freaking donezo.
Oh, yeah,
but, like,
you might be cooked. Here's the thing about taking classes, though, is that most people have a very good balance of hard and easy classes.
Yeah.
So what you do is you do your homework in the easy classes
Exactly.
instead of being on your phone. And then when you get home, you can be on your phone all day.
See, Jared knows, yeah. Or you just wait last minute like I do, but
Yeah.
that gets stressful at times.
Either way, though, like there is so much free time in classes, and like even if you have to do some stuff at lunch sometimes, it's worth it because they give you enough time at the school building that
Yeah.
once you get home and you have better things to do, you don't have to worry about schoolwork.
Exactly.
I'd say especially at Temp because they just made the classes way longer for this last year. So all the teachers had shorter material for each class.
Yeah.
So they ended up having like an hour of work time or like 30 minutes of work time in every single class. And that is the key. You got to
It was awesome.
Utilize.
Exactly.
Yeah, use what they give you. Like, and teachers really do want to help you. Like
They do, yeah.
Some teachers suck. Like Bertrand, I forgot to
I can
tell
only
you
think
his
of like
other
one
favorite
teacher
quote.
that like she taught like the whole class period. You would have 5 minutes for homework, and the rest of the time she would just teach, and like she would yell at you. I'm not gonna say her name, but she was not cool. She was not the coolest. I'm pretty sure she's getting fired.
Oh,
We'll just say she's a
man.
math teacher, and if you know, you know.
If you
At
know, you
Yeah.
know.
I had Mr. Hartsock, and he's my favorite teacher of all time.
I heard he was super good, actually.
Yes,
I heard that he was a
He
great teacher,
legit made me like really like math.
which is good because like most people hate math. Like I hate
Yeah.
math, the burning passion.
I don't like math that much, but Hartsock was a great teacher.
Yeah,
you
I
guys.
heard he
I
was rad.
forgot to tell you Bertrand's other favorite quote though.
Oh yeah,
His
continue.
other favorite quote was, "You guys don't like this class because I make you think, and your generation never thinks anymore."
Holy cornball.
Like, okay,
All right, buddy.
go
What do you
ahead.
think?
Yeah, you don't have to like kids, and you don't have to want to teach. But the thing is, if you're that guy, don't get a teaching job at a high school.
Exactly. Or just like find something new.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy though.
I don't understand why some teachers, but apart from the exceptions, most teachers are really chill and they want to help you.
Yeah, like they actually like enjoy their job. Like you got to make it worth their time. Like you can't be mean and disrespectful and like think that they're gonna be nice to you and stuff.
Here's the most important thing for the upcoming sophomores to understand about teachers is that in middle school they kind of have to be kind of hardcore.
Yeah.
All the teachers they hire is a very specific type of people that is like, 20% of the time pedophiles for some reason. But
Yep. Yeah.
but they are very hardcore and they're pretty short.
Yeah.
They're short-tempered.
They are very short-tempered. No
But-
patience.
I thought you meant like short height-wise. Like every junior high teacher is a midget.
They're pretty short.
I mean, there was never actually. I can't like name a tall one.
I
thought we
had a
had one.
few really
Van
tall.
Coleman was,
Van
Van Coleman
yeah,
was tall.
yeah, he was pretty tall.
Gould was kind of tall, but
He was just a
He was a
bigger
big
fella.
guy,
He was a big guy, but like he didn't like his stomach looked fat. But okay, we're getting off topic.
Yeah.
Shout out, Mr. Gould. I love you.
love
You were an
Mr.
awesome
Gould.
PE teacher. But okay,
Anyways.
back to what we were talking before that.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you a story about my PE class this year and how it is so much it's so much different from how junior high was.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I mean, so I was in life activities last year and the whole
with
point
what teacher? wait.
Trevort.
Okay.
Mr. Trevort is one of my favorite teachers
He's
ever.
cool. He's a nice guy.
So I skipped like 8 periods in a row because we didn't have any field trips. And I was just
Fair.
done with the school year. I didn't want to do anything, so I just went home because I have a car.
Who?
And then at the end of the school year, I was like, I had an F, and I was like, oh shoot, I need an A. So I was like, what can I do to make them up? And I learned that you can only make up 3 class periods.
Gulp.
And I had missed like 12 total
Ooh.
throughout the term. It was rough. And the absolute giga chad that he is, he was like, if you go to every class period, you can make up like 2 more extra. And then at the last, like one of the last days of school, I was like, okay, I've come every day. Like, what else can I do? And he was like, you know what, Brad, I like you. And he put my grade to an A-
Oh,
from a D.
what? That's
Yo.
pretty chill. No, the PE teachers are awesome. Like
Yeah.
Coach, like I love Trevor. I had peer tutor PE with him, and then I had weightlifting. He was cool. He was a big guy. Like he could lift a lot. But Coach Nichols, if
I
you guys
love Coach
get
Nichols.
Coach Nichols, like that
He's-
dude.
I think they're both good teachers,
Yeah.
but Nichols is so fun.
Like we bought, I think my class, we bought him like close to 30 monsters. We like 3D
Oh
printed
my
him
gosh.
like a monster logo, and like he was so cool. Like the class, you can ask everyone that was in there. Everyone loved it. everyone was like
That's
super nice. Like
crazy.
there wasn't a group. There was like everyone was nice to each other and everyone was like friends.
That's the thing is that there are still cliques, like there's still groups of kids, but they're a lot more isolated than you might think.
Yeah.
Before it was like there's a lot of big groups, and if you're not in them, then you're kind of a loner. But now it's like everyone kind of hangs out, and then there's a few close groups who kind of isolate themselves from everyone else, and that's how you like. Yeah, that's no fun. But here's my example of how high school teachers are they are the best. So if you guys listen to our episode, So You Think You Can Teach, the first guest was Mr. Draper, Senior Draper. So I'm a 4.0 student. I have straight A's
nerd.
since 7th grade. Yeah, I am.
That's crazy.
I'm not saying that you should do that. Sometimes it feels useless, but
It's a lot of trouble for.
yeah. But anyways, the point is that so I'm in Spanish 4 with Draper, and first 2 terms were easy. I got like 98% total, which is an A.
Yeah.
But third and fourth term, both times my grade was like sitting at a 90%, which is an A minus.
Yeah.
Which isn't bad.
Which is bad for like
But
what you want.
But
though.
for a 4.0 student, an A minus feels like the end of the world. So I was freaking out a little bit, and I came in during school and I was like, Draper, like I have an A minus. I'm like 2 percentage points down from an A. Is there anything you can do to help me? And he took a look at my grade for like a minute, and he was like, okay, if you can get 100% on this quiz that you missed, and you can make up 1 point for this quiz that you messed up on, then you will have a 95%. And that was for third term, and I was like, okay, I'll do my best. So I did, and I got an A for third term.
Okay.
Fourth
Heck
term,
Heck yeah.
I had an 88%, which is a B+.
Okay, so a little bit worse.
Even worse, and I was freaking out. I'm like, Draper, please, there's got to be something. And he's like, we haven't done the final yet. I'm thinking of canceling the final. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, I might just cancel the final and give you guys a project instead. And I'm like, oh, because the finals are kind of hard.
Oh, I believe it.
So he canceled the final, and instead we had to make a movie in Spanish. And he gave us 100% on that movie. Me and my group got 100% on our movie.
Awesome.
Because it was pretty funny and also written by a native Spanish speaker, which helped.
That would do it. That'll
Yeah,
be the trick.
It helped a little bit, but that boosted my grade up by quite a bit. So, like, he did everything he could to help me get an A, and it was really cool because, it's nice to have a teacher. It's nice to have teachers who want you to succeed.
Exactly.
And a lot of teachers in high school want you to succeed.
Yep.
They don't want to give you a bad grade on things.
Yeah, like they don't want to see you fail. Like the only reason like I could think of a teacher like would want to see you fail, like not even fail, but like if you were to go to them, like let's say you have like a F, like you don't put any work or anything, like, oh, what can I do? Like how you did.
Yeah.
They'd probably be like, oh, like you can do this and this, but they wouldn't be like super lenient like how they were with you because like they know that you're a good student and you try your best and you come to class.
That's the thing is if you try and you come to class and you do the work. I've had plenty of kids tell me like I just showed up every day and I did what I could and I was at a B and I was like, hey, like what can I do to boost my grade? And then my teacher just gave me an A.
Exactly.
Because teachers want to see you succeed, and if you put in as much effort as you can do, then teachers are going to help you out so much.
Exactly.
That's the thing. In that PE class, when I did come, I participated.
Yeah.
Like 90% of that class would sit down and be on their phones every day.
Yeah.
And I would actually play the sports and I would play the games and like I would participate even when it wasn't a field trip.
Exactly. It's never fun when everyone's on their phone. Like everyone's got to do it and you'll have fun.
To be fair, that class was pretty rough people-wise. It was the
Really?
entire basketball team.
Oh.
And then no one else knew each other.
Yeah.
So it ended up being pretty bad.
That's not the fun. That's not the fun
Side
classes.
note, Brad is trying to play footsies with me.
Guys.
We're touching feet.
Why are you leaving me out?
Dane, you're too far away. I can lean down.
No, it's okay. I don't want you to put in a lot of effort. Guys, Jaren is like out of his chair right now.
Under the table.
We're touching
feel his
toes.
He doesn't have socks on or anything.
I'm wearing thong sandals. I'm told that those are unattractive, but I like the way they show off my toe hair.
Wow, Jaren. That's cool. I bet Paris loves those. Sorry, girlfriend.
She doesn't need to know.
I'm sorry, I should have not said girlfriend.
It's okay. She's been on an episode or two.
I bet woman friend loves them.
I bet she does too.
But on... I don't know why Paris just reminds me of my English class, Mr. Denfield. Shout out Mr. Denfield.
I was in that class a few times because all of the people, I always skipped health because I had an A in that class and I didn't need to go. But I would go to hang out in Denfeld's class when Dane was there. And holy cow, if I was Denfeld, I would have failed all of you guys.
He never crashed out.
Fast.
He never got mad at us. Like, he was always happy to talk to us and everything. Like, he loved us. He was such a cool guy. And like,
it was he was so nice to you guys.
He was.
And I don't know why.
I don't either. I would have crashed out if I was in his position too.
Would have crashed out so fast. Like, I went in there and people were like throwing stuff, and Denfield was like, "Sit down, please."
Exactly.
And like people listened to him, and he was nice about it. But
yeah,
like,
it would take a couple of business days for people to like really get it through their brain. And there were some days like I felt bad with him, where I'd be like, "Guys, like, seriously, shut up."
Yeah, come on.
It's not that hard.
Yeah, I bet he's gone through a lot.
Yeah, 100%.
Some of the honors English teachers would have freaked out for sure.
Oh yeah, there's.
I think that's why honors teachers teach honors, is because honors kids are freaking nerds who don't do anything.
Exactly.
Like, no trouble there.
Like, there's this one girl. I'm not gonna say her name, but she had a 2% in English. Ouch. She went on the last 2 days of school. She was in that English class all day. That whole day. She didn't go to any other classes. She just went to the English class, and she ended up with an A. She went from a 2% to an A.
2%?
Yes, like they never did anything. Yeah. Yeah. So it was crazy.
She put in the work.
Yeah, she has straight A's
too. She spent
too.
8 hours doing English work. Like,
exactly.
I get it.
Yeah, like, it was crazy. It was wild.
Yeah, when you put that much work in, you deserve it.
Like, her friends would get her food and everything. Like, they get her food, energy drinks.
If you want to avoid the hassle of having to spend all day in one class,
exactly,
just do it throughout the year.
Like, I wait last minute, but I don't wait that last minute. I do some parts.
Here's the key: is that everyone's gonna procrastinate, but we can still tell them that they shouldn't.
Exactly.
Because it makes your life easy. The less you do it, you're still going to procrastinate some.
Yeah.
Everyone does. But the less you do it, the smoother your experience is going to be. And the more you can focus on the fun stuff, which we should probably talk about.
Yeah, we've a lot of negative so far.
Right before we get to the fun stuff, the main thing, honestly, the biggest thing that helped me with high school is learning that just, even if you're a procrastinator, who cares? Procrastinate. Don't skip class. Just go to class every day.
Exactly.
Like, if you're sick, don't go. But every other day, go to class.
Mm-hmm.
Having makeup work is so much worse than just having an assignment that you're...
Exactly.
The work piles up instead of just...
know your limits.
Yeah.
If you're going to, wait, know your limits. Like, I know my limits, and I wait for a bit, but I don't wait till, last minute.
Yeah, you've got to kind of manage everything, because if you slip up and you go 5 days without touching a single assignment, then the next week you have 30 missing assignments from all your classes.
Exactly. You just got to know if your teacher's going to be chill or not. Like Mr. Denfield, super chill.
Exactly. And you kind of got to know your teachers. Some teachers, if you don't show up to class some days, it doesn't matter.
Like, they're not going to be super nice and stuff.
There's teachers where if you don't show up, half of the time you didn't do anything anyways, so it doesn't matter. But you've got to go. I would recommend go to every class you can for at least first term, so that way you can get to know your teachers and get to know the people in your class. And even if you think you're not going to like the class, you might find out that you do like the class.
Exactly.
And if you find out you don't like the class, at least you know what you
Womp
can
womp,
get
suck
away
it up,
with.
yeah.
Even if you don't like a teacher, or even if you don't like a subject, what if you like find your new best friend sitting next to you?
Exactly. Like,
It
I've
could
met some
always
cool people,
happen.
yeah.
Photo class, I will say, was pretty boring
I believe
because
it, yeah.
the teacher was a yapper a little bit. She's very cool, but it takes her a long time to get stuff done.
Yeah, 100%. I go, yeah.
But even though, like, I would have fallen asleep in that class, but I had Miles next to me and Cash next to me.
Oh, and
Like, you never know who's gonna be in your class.
exactly. I think like you meet a lot of kind of like switching up because talking from teachers and stuff, but like you meet so many cool people. Just like on the topic of Miles,
Yeah.
Miles is seriously one of the coolest people I've ever met.
Yeah.
Like there's a list of people that I've met this year that have been super cool, but like
Miles is awesome.
Miles is up there, and like
Yeah.
But yeah, you meet so many people just going to class and doing work.
and you wouldn't think that you'd be friends with them.
Yeah, but you like I was friends with these Maddie and Amelia. Shout out to you guys if you still listen. I met them in my Spanish class, and they're awesome. But
Yeah.
I guarantee we never would have become friends
Exactly.
if they hadn't been in my Spanish class and if we hadn't shown up every day.
Yeah.
But just
Also-
sitting near them, we became besties.
Also, for all those AirPod lovers out there, just take them out.
Seriously.
Yeah, don't be a jerk.
Listen to the teacher.
Yeah.
Like,
Ollie.
That's so real.
like I've had my fair share of days where I don't want to do anything, and so I just put in my earbuds. But like, I always regret it.
Like everyone has those days too. Like those
But
days.
it's so much worth it to just participate in a class like drama and film.
Mm-hmm.
Easiest class ever. I bet 90% of the people in that class didn't get an A because there were like 3 people that would talk.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Raise your hand, answer the easiest question of all time that the drama teacher is asking, and you'll get an A.
Why are people
that's
so
all it is.
scared to like answer questions? Like it's
I
always
know.
the same person, but like everyone, like I'm guilty of this too. Like I won't raise my hand, but like I need to. Like it's not
Yeah.
that deep. It's not that scary.
It's
No, especially in high school, no one's gonna judge you anymore for answering a question,
Yeah. Like if you get it wrong,
unless
womp womp.
like, even if you're like stuttering over yourself and you're like,
yeah,
just
because
be
I
like-
do that all the time whenever I have to answer a question.
Oh yeah.
yeah, I've been doing it during the podcast.
Yeah.
and, like just keep talking anyway. The teacher doesn't care. No one else cares.
Like you're trying to
No
learn.
one
The teacher won't.
judges
The
you.
teacher will not care. If you're trying to learn, the teacher will not care.
It's just getting you through the class, except for Mr. Hahn. He might care.
Oh, I love Mr.
I've
Hahn.
heard good things about
Mr.
him.
Hahn, I love you. If you listen to this, which you don't, but you can
You
pretend.
don't.
Mr. Hahn, you're my idol. I want to be you when I grow up. I bet you want to be you when you grow up too. You're just
that guy.
he's just him. Mr. Hahn is the GOAT.
Mr. Hahn is the type of person that would care if you're asking a weird question.
Yeah.
Mr. Hahn dunked on so many kids. He was
That's why so many people hate him.
yeah, because someone will ask a dumb question or like give him a dumb idea and he's like, "No, actually. That's
No."
stupid." he looks at you for a second and he's like,
Did you really just say that?
"No. I don't think that would work." Or sometimes he laughs at questions. Someone asked him if like I don't even remember what we were talking about, but someone asked him a question about like if something could be an electromagnet, and he giggled. He straight up giggled and he goes, "I hope not." And then he just kept teaching.
Googled is crazy.
That's funny.
I have a Mr. Hahn joke book that I'll read in a bonus episode,
You
which
should.
by the way, we're setting up a Patreon. It should be out soon, so
But like the thing about AirPods too is like if you're like getting put into groups and you won't talk to your groups because you have your AirPods and you think you're too cool for school,
yeah.
piss off.
Yeah.
Like
That's
you're
the
not
thing.
that cool. You're not the crap.
That's where the friends that we're talking about are made. You're not gonna
Yeah.
like when the teacher's talking. Don't talk to your neighbor,
Mhm.
obviously. But like, especially at Temp, they have like the thing where they want you to be in groups for like every assignment, basically.
And it's really nice. I like it a lot.
It's a very good thing. I think was it Murphy who did that?
Murphy, okay.
Murphy's
Murphy
is
is
the goat.
not he's not just a student favorite. Parents love Murphy. He was awarded like the Spirit of Orem
Exactly.
reward because
What a good
Murphy
principal.
is incredible as a principal. He does so much for the school.
He really does.
He gives so much. He'll send out monthly emails like with motivation.
Like he bought
and
people
advice.
swig. Like
He
once
bought
every other
people
week.
swig. He is an incredible person. Get to know Murphy if you can, because he will certainly get to know you.
And if he doesn't remember your name, it's not because like it's like personal or he doesn't remember
There's
you.
like
It's just because
1,000
he's like,
kids.
there's a ton of kids, and he's like, what does he have? I know he's got something
Tourette's,
going
I
on.
think.
He's got Parkinson's.
Parkinson's.
Exactly. Like he'll know your face. He just can't really remember names that well.
I think, yeah, that's the thing. If you have your AirPods in, or if you're not participating in a group project, it doesn't make any sense to me. Like in physics, I made so many friends. Like this one kid was like, he complimented my pants or something, and we
Yeah.
talked about fashion for the whole period.
Yeah. See, that's cool.
Like, and it was this kid I never thought I would ever talk to, because it's hard to talk to people in physics. That's a daunting
Yeah, it is
class.
hard to. Yeah.
But like, just like compliment them or something.
Mm-hmm.
Don't just sit there and stare at the project. If you're helping out, if you're leading the charge, the teacher will notice, and like your friends will notice, and I don't know, it makes you more likable.
Yeah, 100%. And like when you don't talk to people, they're just gonna think that like you're a jerk and stuff.
Okay, shout out Ollie, because in one of our final psychology projects, we had to write like a whole paper and we had to make a presentation, and it was a very big project that was worth a lot of our grade.
Mm-hmm.
And Bertrand was like, okay, you guys can pick partners for this project. And Ollie was kind of the only person I really knew in that class, but he's a bit of a
He's social.
loosey-goosey with his schoolwork, you know? So I was a little bit worried.
Him and I have been like that since kindergarten.
Oh,
you know?
no, yeah. But I was a little bit scared to work with him. Ollie locked in so hard. I was like, Ollie, I know that you don't care much about this, but, like, I need an A in this class.
Yeah, like
So
you need
help.
it.
And he, like, locked in so hard. He did so much work, and he put in so much effort into that project, and we got an A. And I was like, even if you don't care about your grade, if you're in a group project, someone else does.
Exactly.
Someone cares about their grade, so help out.
I think in that physics, both of the physics classes I was in 2,
Mhm.
I carried the projects so hard every single time. I guarantee I got at least 20 people A's in that class just
Yeah.
because I was working with them. It's worth it to just do the work, because people will be like, oh man, this person's being really nice and like helping me out.
Exactly.
They're leading the charge. They're making this assignment happen. I would see other groups, they would just sit there and do nothing. And I'm like, you're all going to get F's. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I
Like,
know
why not
I
talk
know
to
they're
them either?
capable of
Like,
doing
yeah.
work. They're just too, like, they think they're too cool to do work.
Just talk to people. Like,
Lock in, do your work, contribute.
yeah, like
That's the most important thing.
forget about friend groups and like if people played baseball and like you're in the band or something, or you like D&D, or you like to work out, or you like cars, or you like whatever it is. Forget about that. Like you can still be friends. Like I had peer tutor PE, and we had a redneck, me, we had a baseball player, we had a basketball player, but like we were all like super good friends, and that was like one of my favorite classes.
Yeah.
It's like just forget about groups, and like if you do this, you can't be friends with that person. Like forget about that. That's stupid. Be friends with
agree.
everyone.
That only happens in high school movies.
Exactly.
Exactly, yeah.
High school is not what you see in movies.
No, high school is so much better. So let's talk about some of the reasons it's so much better than the movies.
Okay. Well,
I think that a big start is the events. After
agreed.
school events.
yeah.
Now, I
Huge start, I'd say, actually.
I have to come clean. I have to give a little disclaimer. I'm not the best about going to school events.
That's fair.
I don't love loud crowds. You know, I like my smaller gatherings.
Yeah.
but
yeah.
In your
Like-
autistic way.
yeah, in my little autistic way, as Brad would say. But you should go.
Like-
I tried to make it to almost every football game.
Go to the
And
football
that's
games.
where I met my girlfriend, and
Oh,
we've been
see?
dating for a while
See,
now.
guys?
So, like, so many cool things can happen, and I met so many cool people,
Exactly.
and I made friends, and that's where my best friend became friends with his ex-girlfriend too. But
It's like what we said in the Stuco episode we did a long time ago now.
Oh, yeah.
But just participate in everything.
Yeah.
In junior high, there are 2 dances, maybe 3,
Yeah.
and they suck.
And then there's like the
They're not
playoff
fun.
like basketball games, and like they try to make it like fun and good, but like
It's
just-
not fun. But in high school, people know about the football games. People are going to these things,
Yeah.
and the dances are really fun.
Like
Scrounge
prom?
together $30, and you're going to this cool event with a girl.
Yeah.
Like you have to know people, and you have to. It all like trickles down the chain. You just make more and more friends everything you do,
Yeah.
and then they introduce you to more people. You just gotta
And it just
start.
keeps growing.
Don't be scared to do something because you're like too antisocial. There are
Yeah.
other people there that are also going to be like the same antisocial as you, and you can make friends with them.
Exactly.
Like no matter what you think you can't do, you definitely can.
Yeah, the football games are awesome. Though. Like you
They're
meet so many cool
so-
people. Like I didn't meet my
so
girlfriend there or
fun.
anything like there, nothing like that. But like I met a lot of cool people, and
You have a great time. You get it's just a party, and if you don't know football, doesn't matter.
Like-
Half of the people aren't watching the football game.
100%. Some people are just there to cheer and be loud. Like
Yeah,
they don't care about football.
And
They're
it
just
was-
loud.
it's awesome.
It's a
It
grand
was
old
so fun,
It is.
and I would recommend going. Brad, I think that we next year, Brad and I went to every dance together. Because
Ooh,
we're
that's
dating.
cool. Oh, that's kind of chill.
Yeah, we're
We're-
podcast romancing.
Yeah, our girlfriends are also dating each other.
Oh, so it
Yeah.
works out.
It's like a square.
A
Oh,
cool
it's a square.
square. Yeah. But I think, Brad, our mistake is that we are still going to dances together. There's no avoiding me. You can't get rid of me.
They're
But
stuck together.
next time we should try and get into some bigger groups. We could go with Dane and
Dude, I'm down.
Ollie.
I liked having Luis with us. That was
I
fun.
yeah,
Dude.
I think that
Shout out Luis. I love Luis.
I think
love
that-
Luis.
the more people we get, the more fun we're gonna have, and like it'll just be a better. We can go do cooler things with
Exactly.
more people, and
Well, we know a lot of people. That I don't think that'll be that hard.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
like I'd love to.
if
like,
you
us and then
wanna,
Ollie were in a group, that would be fun. That'd
that would
so
be
fun.
so. Even just like, and here that's the key is if you don't have a girlfriend, then just go in a group
Yeah.
because my mom always told me like if it's the choice between not going to a dance or asking someone that you don't really know, if you don't ask them, then they don't get to go to a dance either. So if you're a girl and you're scared to ask a boy, like
Or
their
other way
choices,
too, yeah.
their choices are either don't go or get to go and meet someone and maybe like
and even then, like you don't have to like
Yeah.
meet them like at the date. Like you guys can hang out like a week before the actual date or
Yeah.
dance.
and it doesn't have to be romantic and
Nope.
just it can be
Not at
platonic.
all.
You can just go hang out with friends and like if you don't ask people to go to the dance, they don't get to go to the dance. And that sucks.
Exactly.
Everyone wants to go to the dance.
Like
So
prom, dude. Prom was so fun.
Prom was
a
awesome.
great night.
It was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And
Eh.
Timpanogos, okay, there's bigger schools. There's schools that are better at sports.
Yeah.
There's smarter schools. But Timpanogos is known for our school spirit. No one
100%.
does events like Timpanogos.
Agreed.
Even when our butts are getting kicked at football, we have the most school spirit. Every other school, I think, or at least I know PG has a
Yeah.
spirit bowl. Their spirit bowl does not compare
I don't
to
think
Tim.
so.
Our
There
Spirit
is
Bowl was crazy.
there is no comparison to
Yeah.
Timpanogos' Spirit Bowl, which is an assembly at the end of the year, and everyone shows up. And
Yeah.
people like in PG, I've heard that people just don't go because
Yeah.
there's nothing like it's boring, it's lame. There's no school spirit. Every single person shows up. Every bleacher is filled. There's games. There's competitions.
And
there's
everyone's
a
there for
costume.
the same reason.
Yeah.
No one's making fun of you. Like everyone's just there having a good time and like
Yeah.
living it up. living their
Our
best life.
I actually didn't go.
I didn't go
Oh
either.
my gosh.
Okay, well,
You guys.
Yeah, it was like the week before
Don't.
spring break, and I
No.
got sick, and I was
so
like,
sick
okay,
of school. I just left.
yeah.
Guys,
I was sick,
here's-
and then I was sick, and I was sick of school. I was like, okay, I got my car. I'm just gonna go leave. But
so the theme was video games, and each class each year had a different theme. So sophomores were Minecraft, juniors were Mario, seniors were Fortnite, and teachers were Zelda.
Yeah.
I dressed up as Steve from the Minecraft movie.
Yeah.
And they had a costume contest segment where they were like, okay, if you dressed up, come down. And there was no one coming down from the sophomore year. And I was like, well, shoot. Guess I'm going alone
Just
then.
own up to it, yeah.
Yeah, so I walked down. And then after I walked down, a bunch more, 3 more kids came and walked up. And it was great. No one made fun of us. Well, I'm sure people did make fun of us. But
it doesn't matter because you don't
we
actually
were
know.
feeling awesome because I was dressed as Steve from Minecraft.
Exactly. It's
Like,
a good day.
It's just,
It's a good day.
it's a great day. Timpanogos is a great school. It's a safe school. It's a
Agreed.
fun school.
I don't really. There's no bullying or anything like you said, like PG and stuff. Like people may be better
Yeah.
than us at sports and stuff, but our school is great. There's like our
Yeah.
school's awesome.
I'd say the vibe of Timpanogos, just being in the halls, feels really pleasing and
Exactly.
safe. There's a lot of sunlight. The walls are white with paintings everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like a safe and nice school to be in.
There's a ton
They-
of events too, like SOS and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
Like it's always like they're always like decking out the halls for St. Patrick's Day,
Yeah.
like Valentine's Day. There's always events going on at lunch, like free gifts and stuff. Like
The
Well-
decorations of the school are insane.
they are crazy.
There's so much effort
They're
that
only
goes
there for a
into
week, but they're
decorating
crazy.
the school. And I don't remember who, some teacher told me this, but they told us that other schools cannot have paintings up because they get destroyed or stolen. Timpanogos is the only school.
I think that was Jaeger.
It probably, it might have. Oh, that's right. Yeah. But he said that we're like the only school that can have paintings up and they don't get damaged or stolen
Exactly.
because Timpanogos students are respectful. We're known for being kind. We're known for having amazing school spirit. Like being towards the end of the year, everyone was getting burnt out, but me
Yeah.
and Zane, my friend Zane, our favorite quote was, "It's a great day to be a T-Wolf," because like even though school sucks, Timpanogos as a school does not suck. It's an amazing
the
school.
only thing I can think of I don't like is that we play like classical music in the halls, like not during passing periods, just in the halls 24/7. Like don't get
Yeah.
me wrong, nothing wrong with
During
classical
passing
music.
periods, they play like Benson Boone
Oh,
and Billie Eilish.
can we talk
Yeah,
about?
we play they played Sabrina Carpenter while I was in my Sabrina Carpenter phase, and I was living life.
You went through a Sabrina Carpenter phase?
Yeah, sometime
Sharon's just
during
a girly
the-
girl.
This is a
During
girl.
like that song "Taste" was really popular by Sabrina Carpenter. Do you know the song?
No, actually, I probably know it.
Yeah, I'm sure you know it, but it got really popular, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, Sabrina Carpenter, this is so me." So I listened to that album. I think it's it was whatever album that song is on. I went through a phase where I would listen to that like every day
Dude, that's
because I
funny.
was in my Sabrina Carpenter girly pop era.
On the top of just good music, what do you guys know about Benson Boone's Moonbeam Ice Cream? Taking off your blue jeans, dancing in the movies, cause it feels so mystical, magical.
I do not know anything about Benson Boone, but my siblings are going to his concert in
Are they really?
Utah in October.
Oh heck no!
Yeah, I know. My brother and sister are obsessed with Benson
Oh,
Boone.
that's
My
crazy.
sister, no, my girlfriend's friends saw him at a Chick-fil-A once.
Did they? I heard he's actually a total jerk.
I have two.
Like a total
heard he's, like-
jackwagon.
Well, so
Jack
Jimmy
Wagon, I like
Fallon,
that.
so who cares?
Yeah, I could
that's
see Jimmy
true.
Fallon being one.
But like I've heard that he's a major
Well, he
Two
Two
Dirtbag.
thumbs down.
He's a jerk and he makes mid music.
Yeah,
that's
and you got like
true.
teenage girls that are like, Benson Boone, please give me a shot. Like,
Yeah, I heard he's just a dirtbag of a guy.
yes,
So,
he really is.
I mean, whatever. You don't have to like the artist to like the music. Me personally, not my style, but if you like Benson Boone, you don't have to like the artist to like the music.
Yeah.
I forgive you.
I forgive you.
Yeah, Timpanogos is an amazing school. Don't ruin it,
agreed.
incoming sophomores.
Yeah.
We
Those
will
who
get
are
after
listening
you.
who are new students, be nice to each other. There's no
Or we'll
reason.
beat you up.
This isn't junior high anymore. You don't need to be a judgy idiot anymore. Just be nice.
Yeah.
It's chill.
Yeah. Everyone is gonna be nice to you.
There is a significantly larger amount of students coming into Timpanogos because there was
Be nice.
a lot more students in the year before us.
Yeah.
We had a pretty small.
Yeah, we did a
Pool.
small class, yeah. Like,
All the big groups, like, just be nice to each other. It's better.
why
In
not just
junior-
be friends with people?
well,
Like,
so
what do you
in-
have to lose not to be friends with people? Like, yeah, you don't got to be best buds and hang out with them every Friday and Saturday, but, like, you can see them in the halls, be like, hey, how you doing, Jaren? Like, it's been a while. Like, you can check up on them.
Yeah, come check up on me.
Yeah, guys.
Sophomores, if you're listening and like
Go touch his
you wanna
beautiful orange hair.
Yeah. If you wanna come on the podcast,
I'd love to
just
have
hit
that.
me
Love
up.
that sophomore huzz.
Yeah, I know. They can all of the sophomores can come on the podcast and
This is real.
Finally have guests again.
yay, yeah. New year. It's gonna suck when we're seniors and we can only have younger people come on the podcast.
Pause.
Anyways.
I'm just joking. What else should we talk about, yo?
Um
We've covered a good amount.
I think that it's just like I'm just happy in high school. In junior high, it felt like 70% of all the kids were
Yeah.
total jerks,
100%.
and now it's like 70% of the kids are pretty chill,
They've just
and
grown
only
up and realized.
30% are still kind
And
of
half the time,
jerks.
seniors
I was
aren't
a
even
huge
there.
dork. I was a huge dork.
Bradley's just straight up.
Yeah, in junior high, it feels like everyone is a little bit more extreme,
Yeah.
and in high school, everyone kind of figures out how to be a little more normal, a little more chill. Some of us don't figure that out, and we just host podcasts.
are just-
and that's how we make friends. But
Some people are just stuck in their shell and in their old ways and think that the world's out to get them, but it's really
Yeah.
not.
yeah,
That you should
Make-
just take a chill
make
pill.
friends, have a good time. Like high school is supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people who take it really seriously. I'm one of the people who take it pretty seriously, but you've got to find a way to have fun still because after this, you've got to
grown
be a
up.
person.
Yeah.
You've
I've
got to
noticed-
be a real person.
I've noticed the people who still act like they're in junior high are the only ones who don't have a lot of friends.
100%. I like that a lot.
And it's always the people who think they're so cool and they like
Mhm.
have two friends who also act like they're in junior high.
Yeah.
So they just bounce off each other and are mean, and they think they're hilarious, and no one else thinks
they're really not.
funny.
They're just a joke.
Yeah,
But, yeah, don't have an RBF, too.
true.
Guys, having an RBF is terrible. Everyone comes up to me and they're like, oh, Dane, like, I thought you were a jerk, but you're actually really nice.
Yeah.
I'm like, thank you. Like, I get that a
Dane,
lot.
Just smile. Don't don't do this.
if you have to pretend, yeah, Brad, we're on a podcast.
don't frown. Just have like either
Turn
a
that frown
pleasant
upside
face
down.
or just smile through the halls.
Exactly.
Or wear a
It makes-
mask.
It makes a big.
Yeah,
do
wear
not
a-
wear a mask. Smiling makes a big difference.
It does.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta just pretend to be happy, and that way you seem a lot more approachable.
Exactly.
And also, pretending to be happy can also just make you happier than you were originally.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Agreed.
We're almost out of time. Actually, we're doing pretty good, but I would say that what I'll leave you with is that you've got to find ways to keep being happy because
Mhm.
high school is so much fun and there's so many cool opportunities and there's such cool things to do, but it can be stressful and it can be hard.
But you will
And-
have fun.
It's very easy to get stuck in your own head.
Yeah.
But if you can find ways to have fun for yourself,
Yeah.
like I got a job, so I work most days and I go to school every day, and it's a lot of work. I do a lot
Yeah.
of things, but
it keeps you busy. It keeps your mind off other
yeah,
things.
it keeps you busy. And I spent every second of every weekend out with friends and doing cool stuff because
Mhm.
I had to find ways to have fun, or I would have gone crazy.
Exactly.
And high school would be miserable.
Mhm.
And that's why we do things like this. We have a podcast. I play Dungeons and Dragons with
Which
my
is so
friends.
cool,
and,
yeah.
Like Brad and I started playing Frisbee towards the end of the year.
Guys, Frisbee is so fun.
I know.
We won't get too much into it, but Frisbee's fun.
Frisbee's
also-
awesome.
Oh, what else was I going to say? Flip, yo. Admit you're wrong.
Yeah.
Like,
sometimes
don't
you've
be
got to
stuck.
sometimes you've got to admit that you're wrong.
That's like the biggest thing I've learned this year is like I need to admit that I'm wrong. Like I hate being told that I'm wrong, and like I hate asking for help, and I hate being told that no, Dane, like you have an ego, or no, Dane, you need to fix this. But admit that you're wrong and ask people for help. Like be like, hey, like is there anything that you notice like I need to work on?
Yeah. And teachers are really good at that because a lot of them are good at giving constructive criticism as opposed to just beating you down.
Mm-hmm.
But even when I don't understand things, the first person I turn to is the person I'm sitting next to. And I'm like, do you understand this at all? Can you help me? Like, I don't know what I'm doing here, but I would like to. Can you help me?
Mm-hmm,
and half the time they can't. And then I ask the teacher.
But still.
But the other half of the time, I learn just as much from other students as I do from teachers. And I think that's the way that Timpanogos is set up. It's set up so that students take just as much of an active role as teachers do. And everyone is involved and invested. And it creates an environment where we're all connected. And everyone is just a lot happier for it.
You should join student council.
Jared, you would actually be great.
Yeah,
I think Ollie should
this
too.
is
Ollie would be great
this
too.
is my official announcement. At the end of next year, when elections happen, I'm running for student body president, and I'm dead serious. I've been planning this for months now. At the end of next year, when elections come around, I am going to run for student body president.
You should. I'd vote
Do
for
you
you.
not have to already be in student council?
I don't know.
Hopefully
Just
not.
join
That'd be
it
kinda
this year.
stupid.
I don't have time. Oh, wait. Maybe I could. Maybe I have time. I'll see. I'll look into it. I'll have to ask some people, but
You got some plugs?
yeah, I am planning on running for student body president.
Yeah, I'll vote.
Yeah. So
vote for Jared.
yeah.
I'll vote too.
And then we can have podcast Monday where everyone
Podcast Monday,
podcast Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyways, Dane, do you have anything else you want to say about your sophomore year or tips for upcoming sophomores or
Don't be stuck in your head. Admit you're wrong. Look for help, like school-wise, and like what you can improve on. Don't be stuck up.
be open to making friends with people you didn't think you would
Even
be.
and even if they have like different like views on life, then you should still be friends with them. I think that's something I struggle on. It's like, oh, you don't like this, or oh, I look at it this way and you look at it that way. Like, I'm not gonna be like great friends with you, but we should still be friends. That's something that I need to learn too. Is like,
You can have wildly different outlooks on life and still be besties with someone.
everyone needs to hear that. Like, not just high school
I'm
students.
friends
but
with a lot of people that have a very different political opinion than
Yeah.
me, and I just don't care. Like,
I think that's like literally like you and me. Like, I still love you, and like, we have different, but I still love you.
and even if we do talk about politics, don't let it turn into a fight. It doesn't need to be.
Exactly.
It should be like sharing each other's perspectives,
Mhm.
and maybe you'll understand something more instead of just blindly hating the other
Yeah.
side.
Be willing to learn.
And here's a disclaimer that I really should have made a long time ago. But for absolutely anyone who is flaming either Tyler or Ari for the comments they made in their debate podcast episode, shut up. Like, you do not get to talk to anyone who comes on this podcast.
I don't think
this
I
way.
watched theirs. What did they say?
We ended up having a debate about politics because they
Might have to go watch that one.
they have different political views, but anyone who listened to that and decided it was okay to bully either Tyler or Ari, knock it off.
Yeah.
Like,
They're both so cool.
We do not tolerate that around here. That is not okay.
Yeah.
You can come on and you can talk about whatever you believe in, and you're allowed to hold your own beliefs, but you do not get to harass or be mean to or belittle or even just like say bad things about someone because of their beliefs.
And where's that gonna get you? Like, I think Ari is super cool, and I think David Tyler Larson is super cool.
Yeah.
And I love that guy. And I hope he's doing well. I hope he's having.
I know he's expressed concern about coming back on the podcast because people have said untowards things about him based on what some of the things he said. And sure, you don't have to agree with his opinions. I'm not saying that you have to agree with his opinions or anyone's opinions, but you have to be kind online or offline, to his face or on Instagram or wherever. you don't get to be unkind to people.
And you shouldn't base your opinion on them just because they have a different view on life than you. I think
And
that is
especially
so
not
stupid.
based on something they said on an uninteractive podcast.
Exactly.
If you have questions, go ask them in a polite and
Agreed.
respectful manner.
Yes, if you have questions, go ask them. Like, I think social media has ruined that too. Like, if you see someone like an Instagram post, like, I think they immediately think that you think that's true, or like you 100% believe that. Like, I know I like some things on Instagram about, like, I mean, I'll just obviously, like, I like Trump and stuff, but like I think some people see like I like that stuff and they're like, oh well, like I don't like Dane then, 'cause
Yeah.
he likes that or that. But when it comes down to it, I love everyone, and I think that everyone
Yeah.
like has a story, and everyone is super cool. Like,
So stop harassing Tyler and Ari, and
yeah, because they're both extremely cool people.
don't harass anyone, but especially not because of this podcast. That is uncool.
Let's bring people
and
together.
Don't do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's love, not hate.
Anyways,
We're
we're a
about
little
at time, yeah.
we're about at time. So, thanks Dane for coming on.
Of course, thanks for
anything
having
else? Anything else you wanted to say
No, that's all.
about this topic or anything else?
Love everyone. It's not that deep. It's
Yeah.
not that deep. That's
It's not
all.
that deep, yo. Just
It's not
be
that deep.
kind. Love everyone. Patreon is coming out soon with bonus content that we are cooking up. Merch is coming out soon.
Oh, heck
also, we're gonna have. I'm working on getting a Jaren's face shirt. We might even do a Jaren's face on front, Brad's face on back shirt, which I think would be excellent.
I think so too.
It would be so awesome, and people have expressed interest in wearing clothes
I
with
would
my
wear it.
face on it. So
I would too.
Mr.
Yeah.
Popular over here.
I know. I guess people just love me. I can't
Makes
say,
sense, but
thank you so much for coming on, Dane.
Of
Thanks
course.
everyone for listening. Thank you for being kind to each other and for making sophomore year great. If you were around, and if not, we look forward to seeing you soon. And yeah, as we like to say to end every episode of this podcast, asparagus. Hey again, guys. It's editor Jaren. Just wanted to say thank you. My schedule is looking a little bit crowded for the next 2 weeks, so we're going to try and get an episode out to you in 2 weeks as always. But if not, please excuse the hiatus. And again, if you were being mean to any of the people who have been on this podcast for things they said, I don't condone that behavior, and you need to go apologize. But that's neither here nor there. So, thanks everyone for listening. Asparagus.